A few years back, I was a waitress at a breakfast diner. On the menus there are pictures of omelets. The omelets pictured are yellow. It's 11 at night. I get the last table before closing, and it's a girl my age. She asks for tea and an egg white omelet. So I bring over her egg white omelet, and she starts screaming. Why? Because it's not yellow like in the picture on the menu, it's white. So something must be wrong. I explained that the yolk is what makes omelets yellow, and she didn't want egg yolks. She's still mad, and yells again. And then realizes she could eat while she's yelling, so she does, and I get to watch her chew with her mouth open, while she rants about eggs. I'm exhausted and dying inside. She finally stops. I ask if she wants a refill of tea, and she says yes. She's quiet for the rest of her meal, for which I'm very grateful. After she paid and left, I collected her receipt. On it, she wrote in all caps, "I don't understand how eggs work, but it was yummy." She left a $20 bill on the table as a tip. She also left some pills in a bag that my manager sent to the police, which were identified as some sort of amphetamine. Don't do drugs, kids. You'll forget how eggs work. The moral of the story wasn't really what I expected, but it's hilarious. Jack Dawson, penniless artist, who wins a ticket onto Titanic in 1912, attends a first-class dinner, develops a taste for the finer things in life, pockets the heart of the ocean, survives the sinking, pawns the diamond, spends the following 10 years building his wealth, and in 1922 moves to West Egg as Jay Gatsby, millionaire with a shady past and fear of swimming pools. F. Who needs asthma when I can lay here in the dark, listening to my dog furiously licking his own at what seems like an impossibly high volume. Last week I joked that my very cerebral, retired police chief grandpa is basically Holt from Brooklyn 99, and then today someone said, "Damn, we are out of decaf," and he just deadpans. Well, there's no need to get hysterical. Yesterday he said, if you need to insult the same person twice, you've already failed in your goal to devastate them. My year was trying to remember the name of a guy who stole money from her in high school today, and my grandpa instantly pipes up. His name was Bernie Ryan, and he was a scoundrel. Clear skin is so attractive, I'd chop a toe off for clear skin forever. I swear to fking God, writing a post on this website is like talking to a fking genie. Better be specific-ish, or some smartass is gonna ruin your life. We are sick of chocolate and vanilla anyway. Haven't you had enough chocolate fudge brownie and vanilla caramel fudge? We've been cranking out chocolate and vanilla ice cream flavors since the very beginning. In fact, vanilla was our very first flavor, and frankly, we are tired of it. So when climate change makes it all but impossible for farmers to grow cocoa beans and vanilla, we'll be fine. We'll move on to other ingredients, like melted glaciers, penguin meat, covfefe, and human despair. Sounds delicious. Ben & Jerry's gives no yo. Me. Well, isn't that nice? Ben & Jerry's are branching out, and they are changing though they went there. This is honestly one of my all-time favorite historical pictures, because of the three dudes that are just losing it in the front. A good sax solo be like that. Whenever a kid in school asked me to spell ICUP, I would just keep spelling it EYECUP until they got annoyed, and I asked, well, how are you supposed to spell it? And then they would spell it out and fking own themselves and never recover and have to change schools every time. Self-esteem obliterated for life. If you're fortunate enough, your internal organs will spend their entire lifespan in absolute darkness. Not if I swallow this glow stick. I stumbled across this in a remote part of the lake, and I really loved the surreality of it. Rate my Malay setup. The very religious horse girl from my high school posted this picture on her Facebook page, and give me a reason to go to work. Horses aren't cheap, my child. This is unintentionally better than any post I'd ever seen. Dog wears camera that takes photos when he gets excited. The camera is triggered when the dog's heart rate goes up. quality content. The only post I care about. When we told all the Harry Potter people to read a different book, they all just went and watched Marvel movies. I think me making this post took the batteries out of the carbon monoxide alarm because the loud beeping was giving me a headache and making me feel sick and dizzy. That's it. That's what anti-vaxxers sound like. I once had a professor slam a thermos down on his desk and say to us, "There's more pressure in my sinuses right now than there is at the bottom of the sea. This thing's full of NyQuil. I'm going to drink it while I teach, and when your heads are replaced by swelling rainbows, I will cancel the rest of class." The class ended up being 17 minutes long. Your professor was trying to fight God. Girl has short nails. Me. So, gay or guitar? Fingers crossed and muttering. Please say both. Please say both. Humans are odd. To jump into the whole humans are space oddities, imagine an alien's reaction to contacts. Human Kayla had recently joined the ship's crew, who all felt rather prepared. They got her a hamster and everything. And so, they go on for a good 2 weeks until Human Kayla says her contacts were irritating her. So, of course, everyone is super freaked out because, Human Kayla, what are these contacts you speak of? Are they part of your body? And etc. But then they watch her reach to her face and shove her finger onto her eye and peel a bit of it off. And now, of course, the aliens are terrified because humans can casually peel the top part of their eye off if it hurt them, and it was once again time to update the intergalactic human manual. Best florists I ever. How mad is she? No, but I can just imagine a person bursting through the door, screaming, "I need your help." It's A9, and everyone in the shop stops, and all collectively goes, "Oh shh," and the florists start working frantically, while the man/woman just stands there, looking scared as F, while the other customers are trying to figure out what they did. That must be bad, if it's a 9 on an alphabetical scale. You guys know that famous YouTuber? The one who plays the games? I think his name is Multipliers. Markiplier. Delete this. One of the things my little brother and I do to each other is announce our presence by yelling "Huo" whenever we get home, but this has now caused our dad to also, upon getting home from work, throw the door open and yell, in the daddest voice possible, "Huo, you canned these worms. Now lie in it." Being a guy in love with a guy is not always cute, or romantic, or soft, or tender. Sometimes it's pushing your boyfriend's face away yelling because you have viral bronchitis, and he keeps trying to kiss you knowing this because he's a himbo with no sense of self-preservation. Update. He got bronchitis. You'll never guess how. Don't vibe check me, I'm soft. Vibe check, kisses you on the forehead. Is eviscerated on impact. Do you ever wonder about how an author would describe you in a novel? Not only your appearance, but the way you talk and laugh, and hold yourself, and all the expressions on your face? And then there's this whole dismantling the B slur. Hi, okay boomer is a victory for Russia. Literally, what the F is going on? Jeff, calm the F down. Not gonna say it again. A coffin is shaped. A coffin has a detachable lid. A casket is rectangular. A casket has a hinged lid. This was ghost written by a disgruntled vampire. Every time I move, I crunch like popcorn. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Hey, quick question. Whoever's developing the WWE games now, what the F? It helps him eat small fish.